really crowded, as you can see. I'm going to introduce you to my friend Toby, GT4, GT3 race car driver from Europe. He's been an expert coach for the whole circuit of F1, and so he knows everything about this track.
I follow the circus. And my colleague here, Santiago, he races NASCAR in Mexico. So yeah, make sure you hold on, guys. Yeah, look, ultimately, we're so excited to be here in Miami. We've got such an amazing venue here as well. The one thing about this truck tour is you're going to see what this circuit's all about. You're going to hear from us, obviously, about what we're looking to expect. You know, we're coming into turn one now. It's going to be a real pinch point for the drivers as they get in here, Santiago. Obviously, they'll be trying to go 2-3 wide. It could be a big instant point here. Hello to the marshals. Thank you so much for your job. Really, really good to see them all here. We've got these amazing murals and painting on this circuit. But you see on the inside curve, that is obviously the idea here. Expect the cars to be as much as 2-3 wide, battling into this corner. As we're coming into turn 2 and 3, it's almost like a mini slalom chicane, so that's going to be quite interesting.
Yeah, a tricky exit from turn 1. They're going from gear number 7 to gear number 2. And tricky exit. We'll probably have a crash on turn number 1 after the start. It's a really slow track, and turn number 2 and turn number 3 are also tricky.
Yeah, definitely. I think one thing that this circuit is a momentum circuit. Obviously we've got previous circuits now, we've got Baku, we've got Saudi, obviously we've got Monaco. The thing that we're finding more and more though is these are fast flowing circuits. The average speed around here is about 150 mile an hour. That's the average speed. So if you can imagine what these cars are going to do, there's a lot of sweeping corners, it's a lot about building confidence. And to finish first you have to finish. So certainly for the drivers, they're really going to be trying to get as much time as they can.
Here on the right you can see the podium, it's just amazing. We're going to have one of the best podiums and a concert after. And on the left you have the McLaren Hospitality, that is also one of the biggest teams that is spending more money here at Miami. You can feel Miami vibe here. And then after this small stretch you head into turn number 6. It's a left turn really fast. This part of the track, Toby, what other US track do you remember?
I mean, you look at Austin, Texas, you know, obviously that's very fast, that's very flowing. As we go around, you'll notice certain corners from certain tracks. You mentioned the hospitality, you've got Ferrari and Mercedes side by side here, huge hospitality units. I think 80% of the infield is actually hospitality, so it's incredible how much we've got here this weekend. Obviously, those guys aren't on the circuit, we are. You can see that the actual sight lines are going to be really hard for the drivers, so you get a bit of tunnel vision as you're coming around here, Santiago. Obviously you've got slicks, you've got wings, you've got high average speed, but one of the real tricky things is going to be in qualifying as we come up against the marina, the MSC Cruises Marina. Hello to everybody over there. I've heard that if you go onto their marina, you can walk on water. So
I hope you learn the jumps to the water.
He said that he will. If he wins, he's going to jump in that marina. So we'll see how Shin's deal with that.
Hey, Toby, I have to ask you. You have a lot of experience racing on streets. What about track limits? Can you talk more about track limits on this track?
Look, obviously we had Michael Massey. He was a real character before in race control. He obviously was a little bit interesting in terms of what he was saying was track limits. Now it's simply the white line. If you go with 2 wheels over that white line, that is track limits. Okay, so anything on that exit white line is going to make a big difference to your lap times. But the biggest thing, Santiago, obviously we come past that marina there. It's a very flowing circuit. We're coming back into a DRS zone here. And Santiago, there's 3 DRS zones here. What's that going to mean for the drivers?
Well, we could see another battle. You remember something about the DRS battle between Max Verstappen and Charles Leclerc. This is a long straight. We'll take like 10 minutes to arrive to the next turn. So the guy that has 1 second behind the other guy probably is going to overtake the other guy here. But with the new regulations, the 2022 regulations in car, probably we're going to have another overtake on the next DRS zone. So a really nice track that is designed to have a really good show.
Yeah, definitely, and obviously the cars have changed dramatically since last year. They're able to follow much closer. And one thing that means is, like, for example, in the previous gen cars, the 2021 cars, you'd lose as much as 38% of your downforce when you're following another car. Now you lose 4%. So that's why we've been able to see these close battles in Saudi, obviously in Imola. It's been really good for the sport. So expect these guys to be slipstreaming each other and staying much, much closer together around this track. And as Santiago says, just because you get one guy into one corner, the next DRS don't even come straight back at him.
Yeah, exactly. And now we are about to, as you know, this is a street circuit, so we are about to cross the street and arrive to the next big braking zone. Big braking zone with the DRS.
This is where we walked in.
And then we'll take to one of the parts that I love most about this circuit. And it's gonna be awesome. We're gonna see. We actually can't go in the track because it's so difficult, so we're gonna have a great show.
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, as much as it's very fast and flying through here, coming up to Sector 3. Now, Sector 3 is tight, it's twisty, you get down as low as first gear. Now, if you guys can remember Baku and that castle section where Charles Leclerc's had a crash before, it's very tight, it's very twisty. We have that pretty much here in this circuit. There's nowhere to make a mistake, is there, Santiago? These drivers are going to be right up towards these walls, trying to maximise every single inch.
And there's no way to have two cars there, so you're gonna have to position really nice in this braking zone. As you can see, 200, 150. Probably they are gonna start braking before the 100. From 320 kilometers per hour, probably 150, 140. So really nice braking. 200 miles.
Yeah, and look how tight it is. It's almost like a 90-degree corner. It's amazing that we can even get these trucks around here. And they are pretty spectacular, these trucks. But yeah, again, expect people to be making lunges into this corner. So when you're watching it on television, remember what you're looking at here on the ground. Great to see so many fans already turning up for this Friday session. But look, we're into this really tight left and then into a tight right. This is this Sector 3 that I was talking about before. We've also got the beach club on the right-hand side.
Beach
there.
club.
So if you're down on the beach there, you're going to see the cars really getting tight through these corners. It's very easy to make a mistake. When the cars get into low-speed corners, they lose all of that downforce. So everything that keeps them stuck to the circuit, that's when you start to lose it. Now, Santiago, I believe you and me have got a couple of chairs here, right?
Yeah. Actually,
We'll
you
see
can
you
stop
there.
the truck and we're going down.
So we'll get a couple of beers and sit down there. I think it's probably the best place to watch from. But look,
I like
this is
this
what I was
little
talking
height
about.
section,
Hold
yeah.
on to the truck in all seriousness. We're coming up to a bit of an elevation change here. Look how tight this section is.
I love this part of circuit.
We physically can't make it through the corner. The drivers are going to be going down to first gear. I guarantee, I'll put a beer on it, that
right.
someone is going in this wall. Because you've got this big sausage curve on the
Maybe
right-hand
Nicolas
side.
Latifi.
If you hit that sausage curve, you are going in the wall. There is no question. That's a 90-degree angle. You're going straight in that wall.
With this temperature, Pirelli is really having problems on keeping the grip on the tires. So after a few laps, this part of the circuit is going to be really hard for our drivers. It's going to be awesome to see the race from here.
Oh, see, Nick, this
And we're going to the last stretch before the main stretch.
Look how tight and twisty that section is. If you get a bad exit out of this last corner, your lap is gone. You might as well abandon it. And you will see drivers abandoning their lap from here. Because as Santiago is saying, keeping the tyres in the window is so important. The tyres are going to be eaten apart here. On qualifying, obviously, they're going to use that softer rubber. It's the rubber that gets the heat up quicker and it gets the tyres activated with more grip. The problem is that once you start to use that tyre, it's gone. You can lose between 2 laps about 4 tenths of a second.
Careless.
It's going to be really interesting to see. Obviously, this is going to another DRS circuit. You will see overtaking through here. Look how long this straight is. It's insane. We're already halfway down it. And these cars are going to be infinitely V-maxed. They'll be well over 200 miles an hour before they get to the next section of the circuit.
It's the first track that has this ground. It's brought from Georgia, and it's a really nice pavement. They have studied it, and I can say it's a new study.
I think what's really interesting about this circuit, obviously it's built around the stadium. So it has 35 different designs for this track before they settle on this one. So it really makes a massive difference. There's been a huge amount of time trying to make a circuit that's exciting, that's involving, that's going to be a challenge, because it's all very well putting on the circuit, but you wanted to make it fun for the drivers and great for the spectators. So we're coming into these final 2 corners here. Obviously, Santiago, you know as a driver, going into qualifying, what are you going to be doing in these couple of corners?
Oh, these couple of corners are very important for qualifying because you need to sacrifice 2 turns to have the best exit and the best top speed on the end of the stretch. We have 3 main stretches, so are we going to see both teams going qualifying at the same time? Do you think so?
Yeah, I think you will do. I think you might see even cars slipstreaming each other. You know, one thing to bear in mind, yes it's tight, yes it's twisty, but look how many long straights we have. So the teams will be trying to run. Hello all to the marshals there, thank you for your support this weekend. You're going to find the teams are going to try and keep that top speed up. Now downforce is all very good, it helps you with these sort of circuits, it gives you confidence, but you need to have speed in the straight lines. So they're going to try and trim out the cars and run as little wing as possible, because if you are having too much downforce down those straights, you're getting drag, it's going to slow the car down, and you obviously don't want that for a lap like this.
No, and with this altitude, we're gonna have really fast cars. You know, at sea level, the cars just push harder, and we're probably gonna have a really nice speed of Ferrari that has a really nice engine. Also Haas, I think Haas can be in the podium from the first second here. So we're gonna have a great first practice where let's get ready, and from 2 hours now, we're gonna have the cars speeding now.
Yeah, obviously as we come past the pit lane now, what the teams are doing, they're going to go through the final checks on the cars, they're going to be making sure their setup is right, they're going to do engine checks, they're going to be doing lots of different things to get these cars ready. You can see them there in the garages, you can see where the green light is, that means those cars are safe to approach. Got a bumper amount of people here as the Ferrari comes out as well. Guys, you can obviously go down and have a look at all this as soon as we get off these trucks. But yeah, absolutely fantastic turnout. All the teams are going to be ready. They have no experience and no data from this circuit. This is going to be a massive, massive challenge. Just because your car is good, it's going to be down to the drivers to really exact everything they can out of the cars that they have. And it's going to be a confidence game. Who's going to push? Because like I said, first to finish, first you have to finish first. So